Hello, students. Today we're going to look at Phantom of the Opera, and I would like to start with this quote: "None will ever be a true Parisian who has not learned to wear a mask of gaiety over his sorrows, and one of sadness, boredom, or indifference over his inner joy." And this was said by Gaston Leroux, and it actually typifies what we're going to learn in Phantom of the Opera. So, as you can see, Phantom of the Opera, you might have seen the movie, it is all about the mask that the characters wear, and it is very symbolic that even today, many people wear masks, and it's very hard to find people who are so honest that you can actually see their honest feelings on their faces itself. So this work tells us about explores this area of wearing a mask and not wearing a mask, and how the mask can slip and what lies behind the mask. And that's the motive of the work, because behind every mask there's nothing but me, nothing else but me. The truth of a person is actually behind the mask. This is a quote that explains and what the theme and motive of Phantom of the Mask is, Phantom of the Opera is. And it, of course, reminds us to be real and to learn to drop the mask when we are in among people whom we trust. Yeah, just a few quotes. People are more complicated than the mask that they wear in society. People all wear masks because it's readily adaptable and acceptable by society. Um, and I would like to also bring another quote to our attention. We all wear masks, and the time comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin. So the idea is that, if we get so used to these masks that we wear, that might become our reality, and that might become who we are, and our original authenticity and identity might be lost. And of course, Nathaniel Hawthorne very beautifully said in Scarlet Letter, "No man for any considerable period can wear one face to himself and another to the multitude, because without finally getting bewildered as to which one may be true," which is the same quote that I mentioned earlier. So, who was Gaston Leroux? He was the one who wrote Phantom of the Opera. He was born in Paris, or Paris, as they call it, in May 1868. He was a very smart child. He loved literature. He went to law school, didn't like it, but graduated. Nevertheless, he did inherit a lot of money from his family member, but he lost it all to drinking and gambling. And um he became a journalist. Um, he became a journalist in uh, and gained exclusive interviews, and he later became a novelist, and he published The Phantom in 1910. What is a Gothic novel? Is something that we look at. A Gothic novel is a genre of literature that combines elements of both horror and romance. And the novel would normally be set in a spooky castle or something like that. And this Phantom of the Opera, of course, falls in the line of the Gothic novel. Um, and it is how did the Gothic movement come about? It was an offshoot of the Romantic movement, and it is characterized by an environment of fear, the threat of supernatural events, and the intrusion of the past upon the present. Gothic fiction is distinguished from other forms of scary or supernatural stories, such as fairy tales, by the specific theme of the present being haunted by the past. Widespread French interest in Freudian psychoanalysis. Some critics see the phantom as simply the unconscious and as the Freudian superego. Eric's obsession with Christine may be because he was unable to completely grow out of the Oedipal stage of development, according to Freud. Needless to say, there are several literary theories and psychoanalytic theories that one could apply to talk about the Phantom of the Opera. And here we see an actual picture of Gaston Leroux in his living room where he used to write. And the entire tale of Phantom of this was just an introduction to the Phantom of the Opera, and I'll continue in my next video about the symbols and allusions that we see in Phantom of the Opera. Thank you.